Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a how to build on the brand new LR Merlin. So this is a the OG Festival Merlin. You've got a really nice LR. She got like basically everything she needed. She got a better passive, both her skills got a slight boost, and her ultimate was a little bit mediocre still, but apart from that she got like the rest of the love she really needed for her kit. First thing we'll do, we'll look at her substats. 104% pierce rate, decent. 87% resistance is pretty standard. 147% crit chance puts her on par with some of the highest crit chance characters we have in the game, which are normally between I'd say 145. Anything above 140 I consider very high. Highest I think is Shion or Demon King Melee with 150 something. Crit damage 275, this scores with attack crit, but that is still very high. 275 is about 250 base, which is the same as Freya, who is a crit damage based character because he's a cleave skill. 100% crit resistance, that is a perfect number. It's still decent. 100% is good. Most characters now have between I would say anything above 90 to 100 is decent. Anything above 100 is very good. It's decent. She's got very good crit resistance. She's going to be very tanky. Crit defense 122. It's high. Anything above 110, 115, I would consider quite high. She's got really good that. Lifesteal was quite low, 8%. And once again, she's not true awakened, so she doesn't have any damage resistance. Skills. So her first skill is a power strike skill. Hasn't changed from her LR, apart from when you reach level 1. You get 1 ult gauge when you play a level 2 skill, so it's exactly the same as Lost Vein skill. So you play a single target. You get 1 ult gauge for playing the skill, and you get 1 ult gauge from the effect of the skill, so you end up getting 2 ult gauge from the skill, which is pretty handy. And then you've got her level 2, which provides her with 2 ult gauge. The multiplier is actually pretty good. 512% for a power strike skill is really high. Bear in mind, power strike does additional damage on the enemy's resistance. Most teams nowadays are quite tanky. Most newer characters have quite higher resistances. Means power strike's going to hit even harder, which is good. It's a nice thing. And then her AoE, which got a mega buff. So the infect itself, so the actual multiplier itself is not changed, but it has gained the additional effect of flood, which when I was talking about the LRs and which Merlin could it be, I said if this Merlin gets a flood AoE, it would be very good. And she got a flood AoE skill. Multiply didn't change. The infect is still the same. It's not changed with levels either. So, but still, that is broken. A flood AoE, that means let's say you go turn 1. You go first. Not only are you full health, so you get a 50% attack related stat boost from her passive, you then get an additional 80% damage because you're full health with this flood skill, which means it can put out insane amounts of damage. She's got really good crit chance. She's got really good crit damage. You add the additional 50% from her passive. You've got all the fact that she boosts unknowns. You'll see her in a full unknown team, but she's gonna be really hard. And when I used her in Challenger Hero Arena, her damage was, I'd say it's better than if you would play 2 sab skills back to back with sab HP defense and Merlin attack crit. Her ultimate, it's okay. The HP related stat bits don't scale from what I've seen, but the shield once again scales normally. Same with the multiplier. I don't have a 6/6 when I got a 5/6, but still, her ultimate's okay. It's not meant for damage. It's meant for more of a supporting role. That's probably the reason why they gave it HP related stat increase instead of going for I don't know, giving it sever or pierce rate or cleave or something along the lines of a damage boosting effect. Instead, they've just given it more supporting role, which is fair enough. Merlin has already got a really nice kit as it is. She doesn't really need anything else to boost it beyond. Of course, her passive now. So increase the unknown race allies' base stats by 4% and their attack for each one participating in battle by 7%. So you're looking at 16% basic stat boost. This is if there's 4 man up. So if you're playing a Hero Arena, for example, that's 16% basic stats and 28% attack. If you're playing, let's say PvP, so 3 man up, you're looking at 12% basic stats and 21% attack, which is better than the Nashi's attack boost. If you're just going raw of attack for basic stats, is always going to be slightly worse, but still it's very good. The hero's damage taken from skills during the enemy's turn cannot exceed 40%. She still has her normal damage cap from normal Merlin, which is nice. It means it takes 3 skills to kill her. It's quite good against characters like Liz Melee, who are they're just going to vaporize you with a single skill, which is why I feel like damage cap characters may come back, or maybe, yeah, I feel like they're probably going to end up coming back into meta because characters like Melee, Liz, who just one turn, they can one skill most things. Their ultimate, even at 2/6, is going to nuke you. Yeah, and then she's also got the hero's crit damage is increased by 40% when an unknown race ally uses a skill. So this also includes herself, but this effect does not apply until the skill is played. So, turn 1, let's say you played Infect skill with Merlin, the crit damage boost will only apply after the skill has been played, so you don't have that initial 40% boost when you play a skill, which is okay. Just means that turn 1, as I say, you're going to immediately apply the Infect, and then you want a Power Strike, and then say you mill 'em AoE. You only have a 40% crit damage boost on your Power Strike skill rather than 80% if it applied before the skill. This bit actually got an insane buff as well. So initially this was for every 4% remaining health, she had 1% attack. Now they've upped it to 2% attack and given it a crit chance effect as well. When the hero uses a skill, attack-related stats are increased by 2% for every 4% of remaining HP. The crit chance is increased by 2% for every 1% of HP diminished. Which is kind of broken. It means turn 1, you start with a 50% attack-related stat boost if you are full health. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't display it. So if you look at your character's stats, it's still going to say you've got your standard, base stats, because it says when the hero uses a skill. Not just you get those stats immediately, it's only when the hero uses a skill. Which is okay. Would have preferred if it showed on the stats though, just because it looks cooler and it makes her look, you can see what her true stats really are. Because if not, you have to sort of maths it depending on how much health you've lost. But the crit chance boost is also kind of nice. I don't think she really needs it though, but I guess that means if you're versing they've got like Tristan in the back with the goddesses, or they've got Lance, they're gonna have quite high crit resistance. I guess that will help, but it's okay. It's actually really good. It's really, really, really good. But that crit chance bit, maybe do crit damage instead. I think that would have been really good, but just change the factors around. So she only gets 1 crit damage for every 2% of health lost. I feel like that would be more fair. Relic increased the hero's attack by 20% when attacking a debuffed enemy. Once again, you do not see that attack on her because it's when she hits an enemy. Once again, sort of like the skill used one. It's going to be quite impactful. I've upgraded her relic because I believe it's going to be really impactful. Outfits wise, once again, my Merlin has just all the free outfits from events and stuff. Even the hero suit one. No weapons because I think she had one hall pass outfit, but I just didn't get her weapon. Headgears only got the event one, which is the 2nd anniversary one, and then the LR one as well, and then the default one. So yeah, not too much, and bear in mind her CC is quite good. I'll give her HP defense so you can see in a second. But I recommend you give this Merlin attack crit, and honestly you should actually already have a HP defense set for Merlin as it is. Only because you've got two really good support Merlins. You've got the Infinity Merlin, which has of course the old gauge one, and then you've got the Big Festal Merlin as well, who's a really good support for the Sins team as a backline character. So attack crit is definitely a way to go. She can definitely pile lots of damage, especially in places like Hirina, especially if you can go first in 340k. Attack crit Merlin, which is what I was using, can really make a difference and put out some absurd amounts of damage. Even if it's just turn 1, it's still really, really, really good damage. And I highly recommend attack crit. But of course, you should already have HP defense for her because of the other Merlins. As you can see here, HP defense, CC, it's not bad. Bear in mind I'm missing a lot of outfits, 1 alt level, and she's not sure awakened. Her relic is upgraded though. I upgraded her relic the exact day the patch notes came out that she was going to be the next LR, just to sort of make the most out of her, because that is sort of what you want to do. They just make the most out of these LRs because they're not really going to get any better than where they currently are. And to make like a ULR, like an ultra legendary rarity character, which it's a possibility. We thought UR was going to be the end. We never thought they were going to make us use UR pendants, because UR pendants were in the files since the start of the game. But if you are sort of a newer player, or you're just going to be using Merlin for mainly PvE purposes, attack crit, because you should already be having a HP defense set for the other Merlins. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope it was enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.